Champions, you got me? Copy that. Copy. Copy. Yeah, looks like we've got audio. It does help. Kind of lose a bit from the experience when you can't hear anything at all. Alright, I think we're live. How are we all? What's going on? Here we go. We got chat. Got a live feed. Can see if anything's freezing. Alright. What's going on? Getting blinded by all my lights. It's always fun first thing in the morning. Morning, Mum. So the other week, I was commenting on the fact that I haven't seen any Hot Rod or Blues Series amps for ages. And my theory was that, Lyle and I and various others have all done videos on the issues that all of these have. And they're relatively straightforward to sort out, providing you're not an absolute ham-fisted dumbass. So I think that a lot of these music shops and whatever are gone like, oh shit, we can get someone to just do that. We don't have to pay anyone. It'd be fantastic. And I look really orange on that screen, but not on any others. Do I look orange? Let's just play with the white balance on that light. What was I saying? Yeah. So all the music stores have probably got some junior kid in. Here, watch these videos. Fix these DeVilles, even though you don't know what you're doing and you might die. So yeah, I was gonna make a new video on these, but I'm starting to think maybe we shouldn't, because everyone's trying to fix their own stuff, and that's all well and good for a mower or something, or a cordless drill, but for a amplifier with 460 something volts in it, I'm not sure I want to be promoting that. But anyway, so point being, I haven't seen these for a while. I used to see 2 or 3 a week, and then all of a sudden they just stopped. So I think some aspiring tech out there is tackling them all locally, or there's probably several of them. YouTube educated. But as soon as I said that, like a day or two later, two of them roll in the door. A Hot Rod DeVille 410, that's this one, and a Hot Rod Deluxe with the same old problems. So there are still ones. Yeah, around my chin it's orange. Good one, Mum. So there are still ones out there that have either had half job Harry jobs, or still have the original bullshit. I mean, Fender's still making them from, Fender's still making them to this day with the same bullshit in them. So it's going to keep occurring. There's not only the shitty value, the shitty quality caps, but the low voltage supply that just cooks itself, and the low quality circuit boards. So anyway, I told this guy all the stuff, and he's like, yeah, do the stuff. So here we are. So I found that in the cabinet. Someone's done a half job, has I? Don't know what they paid to get those 2 caps changed, but now more of them have failed. I don't know. I used to get upset about that, but now I just don't care. It's just the norm. Local hacks ripping people off and claiming that they're saving them money when they're not saving them anything. They're just doing a quarter of a job and charging them for a full job. So just get it all done at once, champions. Don't get a tech that tries to save you money without you asking them to save you money. Let's put it that way. If you want the whole job, ask for the whole job and make sure they do the whole job. Otherwise, don't pay them anything. So I don't really feel like working on this in the cabinet, so I might pull the chassis out and get rid of the cabinet so I can work more ergonomically. Just back them off a little and just make sure that, yeah, it's moving. Just do what I can to not rip up that foil in the side. That's the mark of the amateur. There's 2 pieces of foil. Don't ask me why they shield the power end. That's a fucking waste of time. It's like, yeah, you got to shield that power switch from external noise sources. Good on you, Fender. I'm sitting here. Monomyth! Shay, how you going, mate? You sick of that New Zealand / Aussie bothering yous over there? Jace from Head First is over there at the moment. I've got one of his amps here. We might rip into him later on. One of his early examples. It was a 1959? 18? No. I can't see anything. It's too dark. I don't know. He's got stickers all over it. But yeah, there's an amp here that he modified like 6 years ago or something. So I know how much I love seeing my work from 6-7 years ago. Nah, I've had a look. It's all good. He's just brought it in for nothing wrong with the amp at all. He just wants it recovered in Tolex, new Tolex, because it's got a few rips and nicks and stuff in it. I reckon it looks sick. I reckon he should leave it, but he's decided he wants it to look brand new, so I'm going to re-Tolex it for him. Sitting here with Jason. Oh, you are with Jason. Right, sorry. I'm just speed reading. Hi, Jace. How you going? Hope you're staying out of trouble. Hope you're doing some building instead of just drinking. You're over there changing the world with your amplifiers, and here's me working on a fucking Hot Rod DeVille. The old Fender joke. We don't make them like we used to. Yeah, they do. Yeah. I'll check the fuse. No foil. That's good. F1.6. That's what you want. The other dumb thing Fender did on these was they put the speaker jack right next to the external speaker jack and the main speaker jack, but the marking showing which one to plug into is like on a piece of paper down on the inside of the cabin. No one reads it, and they always plug into the wrong jack. And the Blues Junior, they put the foot switch jack and the speaker jack right next to each other. So of course everyone plugs into the the foot switch jack, and then they blow the living fuck out of the amplifier. They've got flyback diodes, but sometimes they don't help when your traces are like a millimeter away from each other. We love you, Brad. Thanks, mate. So what are you building? What are you building over there? You're not doing another round of club secrets, are you? Don't give in to the peer pressure. A limited run is a limited run. If you give in to the peer pressure, there'll be no. It's a bit like Kiss doing their last world tour, right? This is her last world tour. Oh, well, we've got to go see that. Oh, there's another one next year. Just joking. No, just make one run and that's it. If I don't like it, too bad. Make another run of another amp. So I've been looking into this a lot with marketing, right? So I'm into whiskey, and there's a brand of whiskey called Ardbeg, and I love Ardbeg, but the problem is they're marketing whores. So they'll go, oh, limited edition, and they come up with this, branding on the bottle and whatever, and it's amazing. And it's got all these pretty labels and all this crazy promo, and it comes with a t-shirt and limited edition, right? You taste it, it's the fucking same as the last batch. It's all just smoky, strong whiskey, and then the next one tastes the same as that, but oh man, dust bunnies. God, amps are gross. Amps are so gross. It's moldy. Got corrosion. I don't want to touch it. I'll get the vacuum out. See, most of the job here, champions, is janitor. Long-suffering shop vacuum. Should have seen some shit, that thing. I got a hole ripped in the reverb tank bag. That's good. So Fender did everything they could to cut costs on this one, including not having RCA connectors for the reverb on the chassis end. So you can't just unplug the reverb tank. It's a pain in the ass. You've actually got to take the fucking thing out and unplug it from the tank. And it's invariably disgusting. Yeah, cockroach shit and fucking all fuck knows what else. Cockroach carcasses and eggs. What a job, eh? Alright, so if we just pull this chassis out, it's going to rip the fuck out of the foil shielding on the on either end. Now, we don't need it at the power end, but I'll leave it there anyway. So I'll clamp it to the bench. I'll lean into it and actually push the cheeks apart, champions. Okay, so spread the cheeks. And out she comes, along with all the spider carcasses. Lovely. Fuck this cabinet off. May as well get the other one out while we're at it. Try not to mix them up. End up with a hybrid amp. DeVille Deluxe. Underpowered DeVille and overpowered Deluxe. Blow the speaker up. Alright, so this is a Deluxe 3. Do we have a manufacture date? Uh-oh. I forgot about this. We've got modifications. We got modifications, champions. Red alert, red alert. So there's a... oh, no, I remember what this is. This is an FX... shit, what was it again? He's put in... an FX thing. I'm going to have to look up the notes on this because I remember talking to him about it, but I can't remember what the deal was. So what are we all up to? Sorry, I haven't been reading chat. Morning. Rob our friend out of the good stuff, so I'm sipping on some cheap stuff I usually reserve for the whiskey sours, which I would be drinking if I wasn't also out of the mix. How you going, Lyle? How you going, Alan? Richard, Joe, good to see all the usual faces here. I don't know how many people are watching. What have we got? 50 people, that's alright. My stream frozen or is it just frozen on the phone? Yeah, it's just my phone being shit. Yeah. That's all the race strings are set up. So I'd spent all yesterday doing setups. And I decided that doing guitar setups is actually really fucking boring. I used to like it because it was like known factors, but this one here is actually really cool. It's a Vantage AEST copy. Did a new bone nut on that and a new jack. And his other guitar, I did a new bridge and just a setup and I think a new switch. But the thing is, I'm designing some amplifiers. And that's really exciting. So when you've got projects like that happening in the background, it's really hard to pay attention. Oh, you know what? I'll put this sheet away because I've already processed the quote. It's really hard to concentrate on the menial work when you've got some bigger projects happening in the background. You want to dedicate all your time to them. Just got to log into Zero. Give me a second. What's the password? Two-factor authentication. Suppose I should check the quote's actually approved first. So Zero is a bit of a piece of shit. Sometimes it sends you an email that someone's approved the quote, and sometimes it doesn't. So that's a problem. Even though the settings always send email, sometimes it just doesn't. No matter how many times you try, it just doesn't send it. No explanation or error code or anything. And then the other side of the equation is Outlook is a piece of shit as well. So Microsoft, biggest company in the world, they can't get Outlook right. Clicked try the new Outlook the other day, and then it immediately crashed, and it did that on every computer, so it wasn't just my one computer's fault. But also it keeps putting shit in the junk folder I've told it not to. I mean, Outlook is so fucking badly programmed that it puts Microsoft's own emails into the junk folder. Like, and I haven't told it to. It doesn't matter how many times you say, yes, this is a trusted address. It keeps putting shit in the junk folder. It's so frustrating, man. And I miss stuff as a result. And then everyone gets upset. And it's like, well, fuck, I've got like 20 other jobs happening. I can't track everything. Anyway, it's just me whinging. What's new? Right. There's that one. I've got to ring that guy back because he's asking if his job's ready, but he still has to approve the quote. Customers. Hot Rod DeVille. That's the other one. Hot Rod. Where's the Hot Rod Deluxe? Hot Rod Deluxe. Oh, and I've got the transformer for that little Epiphone Electar Chucha. Alright, so the Hot Rod DeVille. Typical Hot Rod Blues series issues, leaking axial caps. Yeah, they're actually splooging out the end. Low output, scratchy controls, intermittent channel switching. Yep, that's low voltage supply. 16L6 microphonics and intermittent dissipation / arcing. That's fun. Fender Hot Rod 3, failed output. Typical Hot Rod / Blues issues. Option for speaker upgrade included. Quote assumes all valves are viable. Actually, speaker upgrade. Actually, this has got a Celestian in it, so I think we decided he's going to have a listen to it once the amp's fixed up. Because his main issue is the woofy, uncontrolled sort of bottom end to the distortion, but I've got solutions for that, legends. So I said, we'll do that first, and if you still want to change the speaker, because I was assuming when he contacted me initially that it had the shitty OEM Eminence thing in it, like one of the worst speakers in the world. They're not that bad. I mean, there's worse out there, but yeah, a quick. They're very boxy, very middly. Not a lot of bottom end, not a lot of smooth top end to them. They're a bit harsh on the top end. But I said, let's do the modification to the input bypassing of the input stage first, because I've got a 47 microfarad cap on the first stage. You can change that to 4.7 or even lower if you want, and that really cleans things up. Or 0.68, the magical Marshall value. Just chuck a 1 microfarad in there, champions. Near enough's good enough for rock and roll. Foot switch dropper resistor. Oh yeah, that's normal. I haven't written anything in there about this thing on the back. So it's got a 9-volt input. It's got a pot and 2 jacks. So what was that for? I can't remember. Let me crack it open and have a look. High pass filter. Ah, that's right. Okay, yes. It's all become clear. So he actually has an adjustable high pass filter in the effects loop to pull back that bottom end, but the problem is that it's already occurred before the distortion has taken place, so the distortion's still got a messy character to it. So I said, that'll do away with this, just by modifying the first stage, just one cap value. Piece of pus. And then he can chuck that in his little box of never to be used again. Right, let's go to the other camera view now that I've trawled through Zero. Have you ever considered weaving a Vox or brown face fender speaker grill cloth out of your beard? No, I haven't. I don't think the fibres are long enough for that. Did you reboot? Yes, multiple times. They had machine learning to Outlook. Oh, really? I just figured out that all mail from Microsoft is spam. Yeah, it's meaningless. I don't think the machine learning's that smart, to tell you the truth, Rob. Make the junk folder a favorite. Pulls it to the top left so you see it more regularly. Yeah, I just check it every day. It's just become a habit, Alan. Alright, so they're the fucked valves, or one of them is anyway. They can go with the DeVille. Groove Tube's quality. It's not really, it's Electro Harmonics, but, or whoever the fuck makes them, I don't know. Oh, okay, my camera's just decided it's going to focus on my beard. Fuck, I love technology, eh? I haven't touched anything. What the hell? Eric, Key Gun Legend. So this morning was the first, like, reasonably cold morning all season. It's been really warm, like, alarmingly warm. And this morning it was like actually need a jumper weather. I don't know if you noticed in the background. Can you even see it? No, you can't because of a reflection. I got a dB meter. You see that now? Yeah. So that shows the A-weighted decibel level being picked up from that point anyway. 90 dB. 90 dB. Wow, that was two 90s in a row. Tell us more about the amp project you're working on. I've given a few hints, but I was waiting to see if it all works first there, Jace. So I'm working on a few things at the moment. The most pertinent of which is a hybrid amp, which you've seen this PCB of. I've actually received the PCBs. I've got one that I've actually populated up at home because I'm designing the chassis for it in order to send the DXF files, the 3D files, to my mate who's got a laser cutting and metal forming and folding plant over near Windsor. So I'll send him the DXFs once it's ready. I'll send him an example chassis as well that I want him to copy the details of, like the folds and whatever, how they do it. Because it's not just your average bit of ducting work or something. It's actually needs to be done a certain way. So anyway, that's a hybrid. It's an AB763 with negative feedback on the clean channel, including the AB763 tone stack. And then you click the little foot switch, champions, and it clicks over to a 5E3 with a cathodione phase inverter. So when you switch between the channels, you're actually switching everything up to the output valves. Now, I did toy with the idea of having it switch between cathode and fixed bias, but that's too risky. There's too much to go wrong. If a relay sticks, you could do all sorts of damage. And it just overcomplicates the thing quite a bit too. So I think I could include that as a switch, like a separate ka-chunk toggle switch on the bottom of the chassis. So you could click between the two, but then we're heading into Mesa-Boogie territory there, champions. We'd end up with option paralysis every time you sit down to use the amp. You've got to pull out the manual. So I decided against that. We're just going cathode bias for both of them, or you could go fixed bias for both of them. It would be pretty easy to just make a bias supply, you know, reminiscent of a Princeton, and just install that as well. So you could have fixed bias or cathode bias. I've designed it for cathode bias, so it's got the cathode resistor on the PCB. Here's a PCB. I'll just click over the camera. So that's an unpopulated one. Por qué no los dos? So he was saying he loves the blackface clean tone, sparkly, sort of scooped, but he loves the sound of a pushed 5E3. So I said, why not both? And then I reminded myself of the ad for the taco girl, for like old El Paso bloody Mexican slop food. Why not both? I thought it was a funny joke. I'll put that there. But that's the PCB there. It's made out of, come on, Panny boy, 2-ounce copper, double-sided. I went with the black silk screen, which I normally disparage people for using because it makes it harder to trace. But you can see how fat the copper is there. You can see those traces. They stick out like dog's balls. So we've got 3 relays on there. I've done the layout for Weimer caps. I didn't have any in stock at the moment, so I did the first prototype with Panasonic, just as good. I've got fuse secondaries there on the HT. KiCad fucked me over on the footprint for the bridge rectifier. This actually has a capacitively coupled foot switch supply, which feeds the relays. So via these 2 caps here, it tacks onto the heater supply but doesn't inject noise, which you can often get from doing any rectification of the heater supplies to get a DC voltage off it, and then it runs 5-volt relays on that, and that works. I've tested that with the populated board by injecting 6.3 volts, and everything's happy and hunky-dory there, so that's a relief. I actually borrowed that circuit from Orange. They have it on the AD30 twin channel version, so I modified that a bit and put it on my one, and it worked. The tricky part with the capacitive coupling is it's you got to play with the capacitor values to get your voltage right, depending on the current draw. As you draw more current, the regulation's pretty terrible. So I could have used also the 5-volt winding on any of your Fender style transformers, because it's solid state rectified, and it's got a sag resistor bolted to the chassis to simulate the valve rectifier, which is switchable. So yeah, that's that project. That's actually a commission for a customer, but I'm going to build another one for the showroom as well. And you've got to order 5 boards if you order one. That's minimum order. So I thought let's build a couple. So there's that, and then there's 2 50-watt Marshall style things, which I'm designing a circuit board for with FET boosted front end, sort of not 2-channel but switchable boost. I've used a JTM 45 chassis for them, but again they're solid state, filling the spare rectifier hole with another chassis can cap, even though I don't like them. And can have an effects loop on that as well. Building 2 of those 50-watt monsters. So I used the 290GX, which is an excellent transformer. It's only got 2 windings on the secondary, high voltage and heater, but it's it fits in the JTM 45 cutout, but it doesn't have the rectifier 5-volt rectifier winding. So it's almost like a JCM 800 transformer, but in a horizontal position. So I bought 2 of them for that. I'm also building a JTM 45/50, which is basically going to be not foot switchable. It's switchable between a 45 and a 50 spec. So you can have the warm, squashy 45, or you can get the bitey, harder 50. Curiosity, how much clearance do you use between high voltage traces? I do 3mm, but I've been thinking it's a bit of overkill. I think it was 2.5 or 3, something like that. It's not bad to have overkill in that respect. I'd rather, I mean, if everything fits, can you tell me your real name? Dry stool, that's good. better than a wet stool. If you've got enough room and everything fits, you could have 5mm clearance if you want. You're not going to damage anything by having excessive clearance. It's just a matter of, does everything fit on the board? And if it does, happy days. I wouldn't go less than 2 though. Mika. Is that how you say it? So when are you taking orders for amp heads, Brad? Never. I'm never taking an order for an amp again because it's stressful and it's a pain in the ass. Because I've got a business to run. I've got repairs constantly flowing in, and if people don't get it by a certain date, they get upset. I'm never taking an amp order. I'm going to build some random shit that people might like, and if they like it, they like it, and if not, they don't, and they can buy it if it's in stock. Close enough. Close enough for an Aussie, eh? So there's all that happening. And then the other thing I'm going to do is come up with a design for a kind of hits all bases amplifier for an amp building course. And then I'm going to run that. So circuit board, I'm thinking 2 6v6s, effects loop, twin channel, solid state rectification, and combo and head option. The cabinets and user cabinets will be pre-built, so that won't be part of the course because that'll take forever, and I don't know what people's hand skills are like, and it's messy and annoying, and I can't fit people in my garage. Plus that's just weird and unprofessional. So yeah, the cabinets will be pre-built, and you'll have a choice of a head or a combo, and it'll be about a 15 watt fixed bias twin channel thing with an effects loop. No built-in effects, no reverb, no tremolo, just effects loop. And that would be a good little bulletproof amp that you'll have forever. I can't see it being less than $3,000 per head to get in though. The cost of transformers and everything these days. I remember when the GST came in Australia and I was at school. And we used to blame everything on the GST. Because all the politicians and shit did. So we'd be at school and you'd forget your homework. Or you just didn't do it. And the teacher would be like, "Where's your homework, you dickhead?" You're like, "Oh, you know, the GST and all is, you know, it's because of the GST." I just remembered that. GST is goods and services tax. It's a 10% tax on everything. General rule of thumb, 1.5mm wider than the trace involved. Trace width depends on current copper weight. Yeah. Any issues with the H&K Grandmeister Deluxe 40? The Chinese valves died in January. I bought a Slovakian JJ's EL84 set, and now the circuitry tells one of those needs replacement. So when the valves die on those, Peter, there's a complex circuit that monitors the bias, so it monitors the dissipation, I should say, via a sense resistor on the cathode. That feeds back a voltage to a analog to digital converter, which then tells the microcontroller how much current each valve is consuming. Not only that, but there's also a what am I trying to say? A FET, a MOSFET in the tail of each EL84, which controls that valves, whether it's on or off. It's like switching off the cathode, like on the Mesa Boogie I had the other day. They just had a toggle switch which turned off 2 of the valves by cutting the connection from cathode to ground, essentially putting them in cut-off. And when you have your different power modes in the back, so you've got like your headphone one, which is the lowest power, which is no power on the output stage, mute. That cuts them all off, so all the MOSFETs turn off. Then you've got like your 10 watt or whatever mode, that turns on 2 of them. And then you've got another mode which turns on all 4. But it also turns them off if it senses over current. Now the problem is, if your valve has shorted, silicon melts in like a fucking femtosecond, right? That's why no matter how much protection circuitry you put in amplifiers, like PA amplifiers, bass amplifiers, you can put all the protection, all the good meaning shit, safe operating area, circuitry, blah, 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 blah. You still get shorted transistors if something goes wrong, because it happens in a fucking blink of an eye. And no protection circuitry can operate that quick. So if you've had a shorted valve, it may have shorted one of those MOSFETs, and now it can't turn that valve off. And it may be showing an error. It may be out of range. You've just literally got one valve that's running hotter than the others. It's a bit of a mismatched set. Depends where you bought the valves. So first thing I'd do is move that valve around, see if the problem follows the valve. So swap them around. See if you can isolate it to one particular valve. And if that's the case, it's probably the valve. Or if the problem stays on that one LED, it's probably the MOSFET. Or the other thing that can happen is when it blows, it might either make that sense resistor go open circuit, so now it's getting infinite ohms, so now the voltage drop across it will be out of range of the microcontroller. It'll be standing there going, oh shit, what's going on? Or it'll be drifted up in value, so it'll be reading a higher voltage drop than it actually should, given the amount of current that's flowing. Anyway, long answer. Nothing simple. And those amps are a fucking nightmare to get into. So I wouldn't attempt that on your own. Any repair. Unless you're extremely experienced. Cat fur in this one, cat fur. Yeah. What a glamorous job I have. Oh, the little stick-on clip fell off. Whatever. It's funny when you work on a couple of amps here, and you just look at all the dirt that piles up on your bench after you've had like because like when I'm actually working on stuff, I'll work on one amp for a couple of hours, move on to the next one. But when I'm doing these Saturday assessment streams, I'm assessing multiple amps. It's amazing the amount of dirt that builds up on the bench that's just pooed out of the amps. Is this chat members only? No, it's open to everyone. Yeah, it's the valve. Okay, change the valve. Or just run it in half power mode and take the outer two out, or leave them in and just run it in half power mode. That's probably what I'd do until you got a new set. EL84s are a pretty cost-effective valve, but the cost of all the valves is going gangbusters. It's going through the roof. And political unrest, well, that's good. A random Keps nut floating around in the cabinet. What's that off? And political unrest in Slovakia is only going to make situations worse, because that's where JJ's is. So buy your valves now, champions. That's my advice. Eric, $5. Thanks, mate. Brad, why does my 75 Fender Twin Reverb sound great for the first 20 minutes, then get muddy? I don't know. I don't have ohm eyes over the internet. Something's getting affected by temperature. So is that a 74? So that probably is, it could be a conductive eyelet board. It could be a ton of other things, but it could be a conductive eyelet board as it heats, starting to conduct more, and then throwing some of your gain stages out of bias by stray voltages appearing on the grids. So that's not the answer you want, Eric, because you've seen the silver face twins that I've worked on here, and my God, man, they're a lot of work. You've literally got to take the whole board out, depopulate it, heat the fuck out of it, get all the wax off it, drown it in alcohol, dry it, drown it in alcohol, dry it multiple times, then put it all back together. It's literally like building a whole amp from scratch, just to get the conductivity out of the board. Ideally, like, we'd put turret boards in there, and maybe someone should make a bloody circuit board replacement. Maybe that's another project for me. JJ, it used to. I think you're getting confused, Rob, because it used to be the Slovak Republic or something, and now it's just Slovakia. I don't think they've ever been in the Czech Republic. Maybe that's where their office is. I don't know. You are a champion, Colby Jack. 70 watching, 21 likes. Come on, people. Are you champions or champignons? Champignons. They're just like flavorless little mushrooms. Alright, let's get this one out. Spread the cheeks again. Love a good cheek spread on a Saturday morning. We'll work on this one first, I think. Just because it's nice and compact and because it's here. Get rid of this cab. Now I'll keep that reverb tank and those valves with that cab just so I don't get confused. I'm already confused enough how it is at the best of times. Alright, so your typical spider webs. Not the end of the world. Planning to build a standalone Vox AC30 all tube vibe trim unit, worth the effort, ground loops, etc. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a trivial thing to do with how integrated those things are. Maybe Lyle's a man to talk to about that. I'm sure he'd have a way of doing it, but whether or not it's practical, I'm not sure. Probably just a good idea to get a just a really good sounding pedal and just put an effects loop in. By the way, I would be too embarrassed to let someone see my dusted animal fur. Yeah, people don't get embarrassed though, Rob. People aren't embarrassed about anything anymore. Some good coffee. Good espresso. Thanks, Brad. I can tear it down. I've ordered all the parts already. I'm trying to learn how to do this stuff anyways. You're in luck, Eric, because I have a 70... I think it might even be a 74 twin here I'm about to dig into. Let's have a look at the date codes, eh? That's my next video. I've been trying to get all the other jobs out of the way so I can concentrate on this video. Yeah, 29th week of 74 on the caps. 39th week of 74. So I'm about to dive into a 74 twin, mate. You hold off until next week. I'll try and get the whole video series done next week, but it'll be pretty much the same as the last one I did anyway. Just a lot of hackery and just inexplicable dumb shit from previous techs, as is always the case. It never ceases to amaze me how dumb some of the techs around here are. And sometimes they give documentation like on that one, showing how dumb they are. Like, benefit of the doubt, but when they actually give the customer documentation proving how fucking mouth breathery they are, it's hard to defend them, you know. You've just exposed your room temperature IQ for everyone to see. Problem is, customers don't know. They don't know the language. They get bamboozled by these blokes who just throw utter bullshit at them. But when they actually put that bullshit down on paper, that's when I feel like calling them out. But there's no good comes of that. Colby Jack, I am a champion. I am a champion. You are a champion. You're named after a cheese. How can you not be a champion? You're named after 2 different cheeses. Not only that, but your profile picture's yellow. I'm only embarrassed when I get caught watching this channel. What? Gotta step out, guys and girls. Is this the same live every Saturday? Yeah, hopefully, Peter. I sort of started letting them get away from me a bit before I went to Japan, but I'm going to try and keep them regular again now. You got to get regular and you got to stay regular at this age, champions. No matter how much fibre it takes. Who's idling outside of my shop? Oh, it's just a truck. Alright, so we're going to speed run this one, champions. Feel free to chat. It's not exactly massively stimulating work, these things, but do it right, do it properly, we'll be happy. I realised I've got to order more 100k metal films. I might have to use carbon films on this, the half watters, but they're still better than the factory. We'll do the internet liability check. 0.7 volt. See you, Peter. Have a good one, mate. It did get pretty toasty. I can see. I don't know if the PCB will be damaged, but you can see it got pretty hot there. That's sort of the bit where the heat gets worse, where you got the 5-watt Zener right next to the dropper resistor. I've found you can actually usually increase the value. This is 470 ohm one. Some of them are 330 or 220. That's way heaps more current than you need for proper regulation. So you can often lift them up to 470. I probably wouldn't want to go higher than 470 though, which these ones already are. And you got the drop of paint on the bias adjuster there, which loves to go down underneath and put a dead spot on the wiper, and you know what that means with this circuit. Means no bias supply at all. So, Jace from Head First tells me that apparently Dave Friedman watches all my videos. Or most of them. I don't know what to think about that. Because some of them aren't very professionally produced, let's put it that way. I said to him, fuck, I hope he doesn't watch the live streams. The produced videos I sound really smart. The live streams where all the shit hits the fan. Lots of good come of calling it out. Educate guitar players on what to avoid, especially those most players know the snake oil out there. They're absolute, and the snake oil salesman of them all is fucking Fromel. They've convinced guitarists that their amp's going to sound fantastic, and you know you can do it all yourself with just tools, general tools that you can buy from the hardware store. None of that is true. It's all lies. And every time someone installs one, they completely fuck their amplifier because the components supplied aren't suitable for the job. They're the wrong form factor. They're the wrong lead size. They're just none of the mods make sense. They always sound shit, and they always come back here for reversal. So they've spent like $300 on $30 worth of components because they're a rip-off merchant for starters. They charge like 1,000% profit on all the parts that you could easily just buy from fucking, you know, Tube Depot or whatever. And then people hack up their amps with uncontrolled temperature irons and destroy the traces. And these are some of the most delicate circuit boards in the whole business, right? Really thin copper, shitty fucking one-sided boards. They're already heat affected too, so you've got to be very delicate around this area. Often without having even been taken apart, you've already got to do repairs in this area. Yeah, I don't know, people keep buying them because they don't know any better, so I'm gonna go a bit harder on that because Fromel are just rip-off merchants. I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about that. I'm sick of seeing people waste their money. Musicians We need to do whatever we can to keep musicians making music in this fucked up day and age where you can barely afford to live. And if someone's out there ripping people off, I've got no tolerance for that. And I've got no sympathy at all. I don't care if they think it's their livelihood. If it's your livelihood to rip people off, you deserve to go bankrupt. Dave F pops into Lyle's live streams every so often. Yeah, I've seen him in there a few times. Lyle started doing them really early though, haven't you, Lyle? So I can't usually hit them because they start at like 4 AM here. He used to do them later. That's alright. I come in halfway through. I'll watch them later, whatever. It's not like he really needs me to mod it because we've got all the protections of subscriber only comments and stuff like that. Just throw a bunch of safety pins in your amp, shake it around. That's what I found in the last amp. Really? Bought it for $30 from a guy whose grandma apparently didn't like his playing, so she put safety pins in the amp. That is a bad grandma. I heard Dave is enamored with my freckled head. He drinks beers and just stares. Hit my elbow on the soldering iron. I'm only a champignon, and yet somehow I managed to push the like button after Lyle reminded us to. Thanks, champions. I don't know how much it helps. I'm told it helps, but I really don't think it does. This channel has been a slow grind. There's been no sort of massive peaks in subscribership or anything like that. It's just like everything in my life. It's just a slow progression. Sometimes wonder why I do it at all. But I do it because it's fun. Oop. Let's put some blocks under this. I don't like working on the just sitting on the transformers. Most of the income of this channel goes straight back to camera gear, let's face it. Might do a bit of a test on how's my internet here go streaming 4K. Wonder if I could do a 4K stream. If that's even possible with the internet. I don't know. One way to find out. Who here is currently watching on a display capable of reproducing 4K video? Just a quick, well, let's do a poll, hey? Hey? YouTube. How come YouTube hasn't put my video at the top of the feed? I want my money back. It's 8 o'clock, champions. We've been here an hour. We better get a move on. Alright, chat's loaded. Let's put up a poll. Start poll. $14.40 is good middle ground. Yeah, probably. I have Brad on my big 4K screen TV while practicing chord progressions. Nice. So it's got me fucked why Fender do this too. They've got coax here. This is the great questions of our time. So why, if you've got coax there and coax there, do you have to put like this shit that's just waiting to short out the heaters to the chassis? It's like a braid, and then they ground it there, and that goes around the coax. Like you're shielding the shield. I don't know, but every one of them has it. It's just, I'd love to know the story behind that because it doesn't make sense at all. Alright, now this is the bit where the ribbon cables sort of fight you. Bit overexposed there. What's new? So I've got to put them up a bit so they can sort of not fight us the whole way. I might cut that off because that's annoying. Now these are a bit of a battle to get the board to flip up. I think we've got to take out that stupid guard thing around the jacks. It's got a bit of cardboard down there, and it's kind of unnecessary, but it's fighting us as well. And there's no lock washers. Oh no, there is a lock washer on that one. So that's, I think, a EU regulation thing, this little bit of cardboard, because they don't want people being able to poke a knitting needle in there or something and hit the mains wiring, which is right there. One is 90% braid, another equals 180%. Yeah, good point, Ted. How do I end the poll? It's disappeared. The poll's gone away. But it's still showing in OBS. End poll? Close poll? Okay. YouTube's cooked. Everything's cooked. Facebook's cooked. It doesn't work properly. YouTube doesn't work properly. YouTube on the app doesn't show upcoming live streams in the studio app. Oh, okay, now I've refreshed and the poll's visible. End poll. Alright, so the results were, what, 60%? Now it's disappeared again, so I can't see it. 63% no, 36%. Whoa, that's pretty cool. 63-36. Okay, well, I was expecting less. Would have a 4K capable screen. But having a 4K capable screen is one thing, but a 4K capable internet is another. I'm watching on my desktop computer with 4K. It's my entertainment. Where's your comment gone? Oh, you retracted it. Did you have a typo? It's okay. Typos are fine. Yeah, I watch everything on my computer too. I don't sit there at the TV. I've always got one monitor displaying, you know, something I'm watching, and the other one with work on it. Ah, we gotcha. Okie dokie. So not too bad. Got a darkened area there. You can see. That's the low voltage, but nothing's actually lost contact yet. They do look a bit scabby. But I don't think this is actually failed yet, but we'll sort that out. Rightio. Let's get rid of these caps. Snippety doodah. Yeah, but isn't Aussie internet like a chinchilla in a wheel anyway? Yes and no. Some areas it's better than you, but some areas it's not. I was a little bit taken aback by the internet in Japan. I thought it would be fucking insane, but when you're in crowded areas, it still got clogged. Stanley knife. Get under there if I can. Just get a little groove started in the silicone. I should have fucked if I knows in there. Yeah, true. Some people don't know if the display is capable of displaying 4K or not. Korea has internet. Yes, it does. What random fender have we got here today? We've got a Hot Rod Deluxe and a Hot Rod DeVille. Same issues. Same old story. No point making a good video on it, so I'll just give you some live stream slop. I've got to order parts today, champions. Don't let me forget, alright? I'm sick of spending money, man. Every day is like $1,000 coming out of my account for something or other. Fucking over it. $1,000 here, $1,000 there. Oh, you have $1,000. You have $1,000. Yeah, when I'm cutting those leads, I'm trying to do it as gently as possible, but I can see the pads underneath are lifting. Yeah, they're fucked. Just cutting the leads, you could see them wobbling around. So we are going to have to do some bus wire bastardry. Same old thing with every friggin' fender. Auckland's internet is very good now. It used to be so bad when we were connected to the world just by one fibre cable with monopoly pricing. Yeah, that literally was the case. It was like one cable, wasn't it? I remember that because it came over here, I believe. It went via Australia, I think, at one point. So we like had control of your internet. Good thing we're good mates. That could turn out badly if we weren't. Australia and New Zealand, we're pretty much the same country. We've got so many ties to each other, and we're historically and presently pretty much the same crew. Sappy as that could sound. We are one, but we are many. Alright, box of shame initiated. I think I need more coffee, champions. I haven't even finished this one, but I can tell it's not gonna be adequate. I love having the mute button so you don't have to hear my slurpy noises. Solder, that might help. Solder. So I was going to do a new version of my Hot Rod Deluxe video, because the last one was utter dog shit. I just threw a camera up and just shot the whole thing, no editing, because I was afraid of video editing. I didn't even have video editing software back then. I knew how painful it would be, and I just hid from it for ages until... Shit, did I take the lead up then? Till I think Lyle convinced me to start editing video, and that's when I did. Let me try and... I think I've just sucked that lead up. Yep, it came back out. Sometimes that destroys your tip, because it gets jammed in there and there's nothing you can do. You can't even drill it out. And these tips aren't... They're not expensive, but they're not cheap. They're like $40 each. How's that for ASMR? Tweezies. Oh, I should probably put that guitar back together. I know he's going to turn up here as soon as I open. That's always the case. JJ double mica might help. Yeah, I haven't tried them yet. 6v6 I assume we're talking about. What's the actual part number on them? They're not 6v6S like the old ones. They've actually got... Is it just like DM? Double mica? 6v6 DM or something? Is there some other marketing wank word in the thing with the stuff? Alrighty, what I might do is just tie that down. Bit of tape. Real high tech, I know. There you go. Let's get the BOFA going for your listening pleasure. Come on, BOFA, do something. So I'm just pulling the leads out that I've cut off, and then we'll clean up the solder with the desolder gun, the solder extractor. One more cap over this end. Let's go grab some half watt 100k resistors. Oh, of course they're behind everything. Normally use metal film, but I'm out of metal film, so I use some carbon films. Still better than the stock ones. Considering the combo amp shape the heck out of tubes and the predilection of modern Chinese and Russian Slovakian tubes is to become microphonic, perhaps all new amps should be heads, not combos. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure Head First will agree too, because that's literally why he called the company that. I can hear Lyle saying braid. Yeah, Lyle loves braid, but he doesn't work on as much solid state stuff as I do, so. If you're working on a amp that's like buried down in a chassis, often the braid is the best option because you can't get the gun in there without melting. I mean, you saw all those melts on the Mesa Mark III I just did. That's someone trying to get in there and desolder stuff, probably with one of the suction guns. So yeah, it depends on. It's a case by case basis, mate. Yeah, braid can work, but sometimes I find that to get it to flow properly, you got to add flux, and then Sometimes you got to sit there too long to get it to soak it up, because I mean, see how quick that is? Like one bang, 2 seconds on each joint. So you risk damaging the circuit boards if you sit there too long. But it's a case by case thing. If you like it and it works for you, then use it. You've only been playing 2.5 years, really, Rob? I thought you were an old stanger. But combo amps have always seemed like a compromise to me. They can be, but they can be really magical and nice too. They can fill the room. So like a deluxe or a Princeton or deluxe reverb, it's like it fills the room, whereas a closed back cabinet just blasts straight forwards. And it's just the cool combo thing. Like, it's a little suitcase that you walk around with. It's just, there's a cool factor about it too, and they're cozy and nice and cool. For practice amps, small power stuff for sure, but big stuff, it just doesn't make sense to have a big ass amp in a combo format. Like a big basement or something, a tweed basement, I wouldn't really be inclined to purchase one of them. They do sound good, great for the studio. I don't know, whatever you like, whatever works. I'm not a elitist for anything, just manufacturers that take the piss out of their customers is all that pisses me off, but I get hate for that too, so whatever. Have you ever... Oh, hang on. What? Why is my chat back there? Stupid fucking app. Hang on. Come on, what's bad about lugging around 35 kilogram of gear with a shitty handle? Yeah. That's the problem with the tweed amps. They got those leather handles that love to fall off. Kind of like working on hot rod amps. It's therapeutic. You know what's got to be done. You know how to do it. You don't have to fucking rebuild the whole thing from scratch, which is starting to get a bit tedious. So we've got Vivid coming up again there, champions. I got a new gimbal stabilizer for the camera. And I don't know if you remember last year. Was that last year? Fuck, feels like years ago. Six and I went for a walk around the city. I think that was during Vivid. And we took the stabilizer with the camera and we broadcast from the camera to the phone the video. So I'm going to try that again. I'm going to try a few new things and see if we can get it a bit more higher quality video and stable for your viewing pleasure. Pleasure. I like Vivid. I like flashy bright lights and stuff because I'm a simple monkey brain, so bright flashy lights, Brad likey. Was that last Vivid that... When did Olivia Newton-John die? Because I saw her there. She walked past me. And Tom Hanks. And no, it wasn't just a dream. Tom Hanks and Olivia Newton-John. I was just randomly walking down the street and there was a big crowd of people. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And because I got the gimbal, you can hold it above your head and it's like another 1.5 feet above your hand. So I'm looking down over the crowd, and the crowd wasn't that thick. And car pulls up, and bloody Tom Hanks and Olivia Newton-John get out and walk past me. I'm like, fuck, it's random. And then I just kept walking. There was some premiere for some Baz Luhrmann movie, some bullshit. Vivid, a Sydney thing. Yeah, it's a lighting festival and an arts festival. It started off as just sort of like a guerrilla thing where people were just throwing up, not just throwing up, that's just any weekend in Sydney. People were throwing up like displays and cool art projects, usually to do with like lighting and technology, so it's right up my alley. Things that make like funny noises and shit when you walk past them, and things that glow, and projections of cool shit, shape-shifting buildings by... it's pretty cool. They take a photo of the building, right, and then they get the building outline, and then they create animations that play on that building. So when it's night, you project on the building, and you can make the window look like it's fucking shifting, or make the whole building look like it opens up like a book. They do all this really cool stuff. So yeah, it's basically a big light show that encompasses Sydney, but it's always associated with live music and art stuff. So the art galleries have increased activity and like extra exhibitions and whatever, and there's always live performances, a lot of them free in the street, but yeah, there'll be Vivid featured artists. So like the Opera House will have gigs every night, or like at least every weekend. We saw Hiatus Coyote at the Opera House last year, and that was amazing. But yeah, it's a really cool thing to go to. It runs for like 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. It's around Michelle's birthday, so we usually go in there and stay and go for dinner and stuff, and drinks and go bar hopping, cocktail bars, that kind of thing. Fun times. Okie dokie. So, we replaced the plate resistors, because they love to go open circuit on these, or noisy. Bloody Element 14 got all these emails. Oh, we're having a big sale, we're having a sale, fire sale, get on it. And every time I went to look at it, the website crashed. And everyone, all of my colleagues, I said, can you try this website, see if it works for you? Nah, crashed. So I sent them an email and said, what's going on? They're like, oh, we're working on it. A week later, I checked. Have you fixed it yet? No, we're working on it. They never fixed it. Now the fire sale's over, so yeah, fuck is. Fucking dickheads. Element 14 keep having these fake sales, and it's really scummy. They're like, oh, we've got this big sale, up to 95% off, and you log in, you have a look, and it's like up to 95% off like one product, like a bag of screws or something, and then like everything else is like 1-2% off. It's like, fuck off. Stop wasting everyone's time, you cockheads. Marketing fuckheads. Try to use Mouser and DigiKey when I can. Element 14 are kind of, yeah, I just don't like the way they do stuff. And their website sucks. DigiKey's probably got the best parametric components or search. Press components is dog shit. Element 14's is dog shit. Mouse is probably second. Yeah, they got the airborne drone light displays. I've got video from the last one I didn't bother putting up. I might put it up on my second channel, because every time I put up a non-guitar or amp related video, people unsubscribe and like show their disgust and dislike the videos and stuff. It's like, so I don't know, part of me just wants to say fuck them, but part of me is like, yeah, I probably should keep the channel at least somewhat focused on the subject matter that I promised. Maybe. Perhaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should have another one there. Where is it? Ah, it's hiding. Wait, no. Oh shit, now I've got to replace it anyway. Just clipped out the wrong Clipped out the wrong resistor. Ah, well, we'll change that one as well now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, I've got 4. Sorry, this is what happens when I talk while I'm streaming. Yeah, the cool thing with Vivid, they've got all the displays and stuff. It kind of I think the first year I went was like 2016, and the city was electric. It was live. It was thriving. There were musicians on every corner, people everywhere, but not just crowds. There were people actively engaging in what was going on. And then it got really popular, and the displays got more half-assed. So instead of cool displays with like LEDs, like, you know, reacting to sound as you walk past and shit, and like lanterns overhead that were all like synced up to each other and had like waves of light going through them and cool shit like that, they just got lazy and just started projecting shit on everything, and everything was a projection. It was just boring. It's like anyone can throw a fucking projector up and have some digital bullshit on the other end. But they've started picking up their game again. Last year they've sort of, I think part of it was the old rail tunnels that they've turned into multiple lighting exhibits, and that's happening again this year. I did a video on that, you might have seen it. It's partially just an excuse to play with my video cameras at night. But yeah, they kind of picked their game up again, and it started producing some quality, interesting, cool stuff. And a lot of it really nerdy too, like you can see the workings behind it and whatever. How you going, Lou? How you going, Andy? I didn't see you earlier. Got 83 viewers. It's alright. Welcome everyone. Anyone who is new, don't be afraid to shout out. Say g'day. We're all mates here. Hey. Sun Tzu. Tell me how you want me to pronounce that. Sun Tzu? Bean? Trippy, what drugs are favourite? What? I'm not new, but I'll stop lurking and say hi. I know you, mate. JDOXO. Vintage tube amps. Hello from beautiful Chicago. Chicago. What a music. Oh shit. What a music city that is. You guys in Chicago, is the music scene still, you know, a thriving thing there, or is it sort of stagnated since COVID? What's the situation for the arts and stuff there? Lion Circle. How you going, champ? What do I use to remove silicon for the filter caps? I just use a chisel. I'll show you. Is Mother's Day a US thing or also celebrated in Australia? Was that last weekend? We celebrated in Australia. I think it was the same date, wasn't it? Most in the US don't know their mothers. What, Ted? What are you talking about? Sadly, there's a difference between favourite and what I actually consume these days. Just pulled the pick guard off his fender straight and it seems someone has been pissing on it. Yeah, the old beer spilt down the front, blah blah. Dustin, how you going, legend? Vintage tube amps. It is. There's so many great clubs, small touring bands always coming through. That's great. It's good to hear. Resistors, tricky buggers for me. I'm colourblind. Ooh, yeah, that. I think Lyle's struggles with that too. So you measure it. Have to measure every one. Be sure of the value. It's a good move. Some of the manufacturers could learn from that because they get the wrong colour code or wrong order of magnitude. They'll put it in like a 22k instead of 220 or vice versa. Brian Juff's not here often. Usually don't post. I lie in bed watching on TV. So what time is it there? Morning or night? Just did some work on a couple of Hot Rod Deluxes, all exhibiting the known issues. Yep. I wonder if they'll ever change it. I don't think they will. Why would they? They keep selling. You've got to give these companies what's the word I'm thinking of? Impetus? I don't know. To change. And if you keep buying the amps, they don't change anything. They just keep putting the same slop out year after year, after year after year after year. So, vote with your wallet. Stop buying them, and they might change their ways. That's asking a lot. It is Fender. They don't change shit. Yeah, I see. Lyle's just started saying, just don't buy Fenders. It's probably a good move. Just don't buy them. Don't buy Fenders. Righto. Need a small value axial electrolytic capacitor. Let's put in, for the hot rod, let's put in the 2.2 and see how that sounds. Then we'll put a 4.7 in the DeVille. Although it's got the 10-inch drive. 10-inch, I went New Zealand there for a second. It's got the 10-inch drivers. Let's try 2.2 and see where that gets us. We can always tweak it later. I hate resistor colour bands because they can discolour. Give me a Dale RN series any day. Yeah, true. They do change colour if they get hot. Cough, mess a cough. Got a few minutes before I head out for dinner. Just pulled the seats and carpet out of my 70 Pontiac. Nice. That have been sitting for a good 20 years. You getting into a big project there, Dustin? That sounds like a massive project. Good luck with it. I hope you carry it through. Nothing's more satisfying than finishing something like that. Sounds like a worthy project. Wear a mask or three, yeah. Knockout competition as you unveil your new amp. Lyle's a shrewd one. He's shrewd? What do you mean? It's not shrewd. What are you talking about? It's just telling the truth. Just people are so used to bullshit on YouTube that they when you actually tell them the truth, they don't know how to take it. They get upset for some fucking reason. Cool. I wish I had a muscle car to restore. Yeah, mask and glove. Looking forward to getting the old girl on the road. What's your rough estimate on how long that'll take, Dustin? Be honest. Oh, don't tell me I'm out of my favourite 5 waters. Fuck, I've got to order some parts, man. Must have another bag of them over here. Those resistors are shit. They're going in the bin.
22 ohm. Come on, I swore I had a bag of them. Don't tell me I've got to stop and fucking order shit. 470 ohm. 7 watt. There's all the emitter resistors like 0.22. Yeah, they'll work. 7 watters, but the lead spacing isn't too bad. It's a bigger project than I anticipated. Yeah. There's 80 people watching, but only 50 likes. How you going, Six? What's happening? Staying sane? What are we working on, Brad? Got here late. G'day, Steve Sanchez. Thanks for doing these live videos, man. No worries, champ. Hope you subscribed. Buy a crate engine. Are they still a thing? I don't know if it was a dog or a drunk guy, but it's pretty bad. What's bad, Joe? I missed something. Hang on. Let me scroll back. I was wondering why it wasn't responding very well when I played it. Oh, I don't know. You're just looking to pass inspection. I'm hoping to get it inspected within the next month or so and then just pick at the small stuff as I go. Silicon isn't soluble in much except chloroform. Does chloroform dissolve silicon, Ted? I wondered about that the other week. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, my cousin picked up a 4x12 for me. Seller tried to give him a free... What? A free Motor Guzzi bike? Heads off cylinders. Cuzzy said, I have enough projects as it is. Motor Guzzis are fantastic. Dad used to have a Le Mans Mark IV. I've been looking at a bike to get. I've decided I'm going to get a bike before summer. Because my two bikes, well, one's mine, one's Michelle's. I've got another project one. I'm just getting rid of them. Fuck it. I'm never gonna get it done. Never. I don't want more projects. I've got fucking no time at all. How it is. So I'm finally being honest with myself. I'm never gonna get those things restored. So I'm gonna sell them as is, as parts, and get something newish, like 2020 odd. So I'm looking at either a Triumph Speed Triple or an Aprilia 200, about 2020, 21 model. So that's the plan. I might have to get rid of the van to do that, but having the van just means you got to help everyone move all the time anyway, so kind of a waste of space. Broken bike owners live longer. Ah, Ted, I've survived this long. I'll be fine. Sorry, I had to duck out. Client came by. Well, that's good. Got loud. Should get one of these meters for the background there, Lyle. See that? 55 dB. Get one of them for the background of your video. That'd be cool. So what am I doing? Caps now. Right. 22 microfarad. Oh, of course they're up right in the out of the way. Using tatties. Three of them. Got another bag of them somewhere. Where are they? There we go. Fill up my drawers. Never thought I'd fill my drawers on stream, but here I am. Is it calibrated? No, it's not. It's purely for entertainment purposes. It's A-weighted. There's streaks running across the face cam. Yeah, it's the video card. Don't worry about it. That's what you get for buying the $150 one instead of the $400 one. The overhead cam's got the Magewell USB capture, and the face cam some eBay piece of shit. I'll find another second-hand Magewell, but I might keep an eye out for a 4K one and just experiment with some 4K, see if the internet can take it, can hack it. I like copper tape versus conductive tape paint on guitars. Yeah, it depends on the budget. If I'm doing a just a cheapy pickup install, I'll often just use the paint. If say you got a router pickup. Richard Morgan with £5. Thanks, champ. £5. Pains. 5 pains. Can only handle 1 or 2 pounds on a weekend. Got shit to do, you know. I use a $99 carpet. It works well. Blackmagic Ultra Studio 3G. Yeah, I'll try that. This is an A10. What fucking brand is it? It's a Cam Live model UC3020, so don't get that one. ATEN is the brand. Whatever. It's only my face. Don't worry about it. Oh, got my new kitchen knife for the shop too. First it looked like it had a coating, like a cheapy, some of the cheapy knives with their Teflon coating. But I looked closely and it's actually sandblasted. So you can see where it's like not shot peen, but yeah, it's got like a sandblast finish to it. And then I gave it a so I bought it and it still had the factory edge on it. Like you can see the grind marks going this way. So I reckon it's second hand, so I reckon they bought it and said, oh, this knife's shit, and not realise you actually got to sharpen the fucking thing. So I'll sharpen that now. Now it's like cutting tomato, like ripe tomato. You can make it like paper thin. It's fucking great. But yeah, probably paid a bit much for it. It was $100. 100, including shipping. But yeah, that'd be good for the shop. Actually makes me want to make good food at the shop, you know. Go down to the supermarket and buy some supplies. For $10 you can buy really healthy food from the shop and make your own lunch. Or for $10 you can buy a fucking burger that kind of sucks and is greasy and shit. For $10 at the shop you can have lunch for 3 or 4 days. At the sorry, and at the takeaway shop, $10 barely gets you anything for one meal, and it's less healthy. So that's the way to roll, champions. Trying to be healthy, you know. I got 47 mics. I got some of these buggers. You know, modulus amplification. I'll see how they go. Might try them on one of my own. Haven't used them before. I don't think they're F&T. I don't know who makes them, but have you guys experienced them before? No date code either, which makes me nervous. And they're only 85 rated, but they are external to the chassis, so I don't know, I might hold on to them for repairs rather than building an amp with them. Nicky's making fried rice. Oh, I've been meaning to make some of that the last couple of days. I got some big pork fillets. They look like massive cocks. And I'm going to do how do you say it? Char siu, where you put the sauce on it and you smoke it. Well, I'm going to do it smoked in the smoker, and then do it directly over charcoal to finish it off. And you slice it into little slices, and then you put that on the fried rice. Shut up, BOFA. Oh, let's catch up on the chat, eh? I'll see you, Richard. Take it easy, champ. Do you agree that 4-conductor wire used by Seymour Duncan and DiMarzio is too fragile? Not really. I've never had a problem with it. You just gotta be careful with it. The thing with yeah, you sort of got to anchor the wire so there's no strain on the thin parts. So like use cable ties and stuff. You have to have Thunderbolt to run the Blackmagic stuff, but well worth it. Well, I don't have Thunderbolt because I've got PCs. Surprisingly, it's really not too rusty. Couple of spots, nothing major. Floors are surprisingly solid. Well, that's good. That's half the battle. You've seen you played Knifey Spoony before. $100, not too bad for a good knife. Yeah, bear in mind that's 100 Australian, so that's like $50 US. Shipped. Dumb question. Are there any weird illnesses you can get from handling nasty old amp insides? Depends how old. Some of the old Tweed amps actually have asbestos on the back panel, so that's not good. You can spray that with like a lacquer to just lock the fibers in. But yeah, that's bad. There was someone going around saying the zinc coating had like hexavalent chromium in it on some of the old fenders, but I think that was shown to be not true. Looks like the same cap manufacturer TAD uses. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll be happy if I don't have antivirus after ripping that carpet out. Beautiful wife is out, so it's fend for yourself here. Good luck, Rob. I think you will live through it. You know what you're supposed to do then? Is chicken wings. That's what I eat when Shell's out. Chicken wings in the air fryer or on the Weber. Have fun with it, Rob. You've got to eat the comfort food while the wife's out. My fried rice is so yummy, Brad. Thanks, Mum. I'll cook it when you guys are around. I'm gonna cook the I'm doing a smoke up session tomorrow. Not weed, the meat smoking. I mean, so I've got a big brisket got yesterday. We went to the local place, Rusty Penny, and it was terrible. So I'm going to do the smoker myself and make it less terrible. You guys ever mess with an air fryer? I got one from work raffle. Never used it. Steve, I was really against the air fryer, and then now I use it like every second day. I use the air fryer for say you've got a meat pie or a pastry that is frozen, and you cook it in the microwave, and the microwave makes it soggy. So you put it you cook it in the microwave, but then you put it under the air fryer for like, I don't know, 5 minutes, and it makes it crispy and fluffy. It's good for that. I love doing chicken wings in it, but you can't overload them because they're pretty pissy unless they're really expensive. If you want them at a raffle, I'd say it's probably a piece of shit. So don't expect too much off it. Our one at home, we do like chips in it when our family comes around for whatever because the kids eat it. But if you load like both the drawers at once, it just doesn't cook fuck all. You gotta do one at a time, and it's a piece of shit. And the Teflons like come off the bottom now, even though the food doesn't touch it because it's on a grill that's mounted above, so the air can get under it. But I cooked lamb in it, and I think it didn't like the lamb fat, and it's like reacted with the base, so now it's fucked. So in the bin it goes. Probably best get a stainless one. Thunderbolt is also on a USB 4 standard. Oh, okay. Bunch of newer laptops have it. Right, so they sort of melded it into one, eh? Egg fucking exactly Gooden. What did Gooden say? If you're in any other business, client came by and it got loud, it indicated an unhappy customer. Yeah. So we've got back onto cooking again. That's good. Messagenkitis. Yeah. Plenty of cockroach clusters. Yeah, it's a universal thing. Cockroach existence makes me itchy. Whatever shit is in their shit, when you're vacuuming it up, skin gets really itchy. I'm off to wood-fired pizza and beers. Enjoy that, Dustin. That's pretty hard not to enjoy. Found an air fryer dumpster diving. Machine is pretty cool for heating stuff. Microwave would make squishy. Yeah, that's where it's perfect. Panko shrimp and air fryer. Fuck, you're making me hungry. I'll often put panko crumbs on my wings, just with salt and pepper. And then chuck it in the air fryer. Anyone tried black oxide on stainless steel to turn it black? No. I don't imagine that'll work, Riley. Probably not the desired result anyway. Alright, get my chisel. Take off this silicone. Penny boy. Ooh, it made a crunchy noise then. The old autofocus mechanism ain't what she used to be. Probably all those camping trips, 4-wheel drive trips I took it on. Might have to go get another coffee today, I think. That one wasn't quite adequate. Probably cheaper to just drive home and make another one with the amount they charge for coffees up the road. Normally one coffee's adequate, but sometimes it's just not quite. I've been watching this channel. I've seen it always coming up. It's one of those viral channels that YouTube always shoves down your throat, whether you click I'm not interested or not. It just keeps shoving it down your throat. I'd love to get on that side of the algorithm. Fucked if I know how you manage that. But anyway, there's a channel that makes like Damascus blades out of random shit. And they're based in Ukraine. And they found a tank that had been, blown up. And they chopped off part of the gun barrel. And made a sword and etched victory to Ukraine on it. I'm like, man, that's an awesome thing to do. They make them out of like ball bearings and stuff, and you get different patterns in the in Damascus. Blah blah. As well as stainless steel blackener. Ah. So you can get stainless steel blackener. Amp herpes. But I hate the smell of cigarette smoke just totally taking over the amp. Yeah. Sometimes, Eric, someone will bring an amp in, and it'll make the whole storeroom smell like smoke. So I'm like, man, what do your lungs look like? My JCM900 smelled like talcum powder for about 6 months until it faded away. Have you ever had like a workmate that just smells like it smells like they use way too much like washing powder in their laundry. There's been a few people in you know, my life that just feel like taking them aside and say, hey guy, you know, you don't have to use like a whole cup of detergent when you do your washing, right? Because they just smell really, really strongly of washing powder, and it's gross. I mean, the amount of detergent they tell you to use is like twice the amount that you need because they're trying to sell more of it. So, yeah, don't know. Just one of those things. People are weird. People be weird. Alright, bit of silicone. Ooh, the tube's getting low. I'll just see if we've got another one. Damn, I hope I don't have to get the hardware. Nope. Got another one. Bunch of stuff I get from Japan is soaked in nicotine, yeah. Cleaning the boards is a nightmare, and even after a bunch of ice, it's still sticky. I wonder, sometimes I've had better success with a bit of shellite with that kind of stuff. You need to get some hot girls in these videos to get more views. No. Nice, boring tech channel. They're the best tech channels, the boring ones. As soon as we go clickbaity, it'll become a shit show. I still listen to the amp hour. And it's funny seeing like their views are like worse than mine, but they still do it every week. They do it. It's just dedication to being a nerd. Need to get a decent sized ultrasonic cleaner. Why? I thought you were going to quit. You having a good day today? Oh, I've got the silicon off center. Six, you up for another Vivid walk? BigClive.com has hot chicks in almost every video. Used to have chapel chicks until she sadly passed away. I think we've got a couple of viewers here from Clivo's channel. Liz Edwards is one. You there, Liz? Roll call for Liz Edwards. Please proceed to the gate. Vape smoke seems to be the latest fad. In my experience, it completely tore down a G&L legacy. Okay, really? Left the head case open in the garage for months. What? Really? Ed, how you going, legend? What's happening? Stainless steel blackener. I wonder what that does to the surface, because that knife would look pretty cool if it was blackened, wouldn't it? Get the lead out. How you going, legend? Oh, I got silicone on my fingers. I got blisters on me fingers. Oh, did I not clean that one? Damn it. Yeah, we'll do another walk. I'll get my new gimbal kitted out with all the streaming bullshit and do a test. Hopefully the internet plays nice. Nice. Just chucking the Aussie accent on there, churching it up for you legends. Oh, that's why I got silicone on my fingers, because it's on the bench. Fuck, it gets everywhere, eh? Had an SG case with a seemingly permanent patchouli problem. The Gibson cases have a weird sickly smell to them, so maybe that's what you're referring to. I think it's the glue. I think it's the glue that they use for the felt and the upholstery. Glad to see that Fender continues to give you some job security. Yep. I was just saying earlier, get the lead out. I thought that I'd seen sort of the last of these because they stopped coming in. Or some local kid must be taking them all because they've watched our videos and now they think they're a genius. But as soon as I say that, 2 more come in the door. So yeah. Hey, it's okay to call him 6. That's his name. Just don't call him 7. But what if 6 was 9? Don't use acetic acid silicon. Yeah, no shit. Your watch is not over. What? You guys are getting weird on me. Damn it. Need more coffee. Do we walk up to the coffee shop again? Take you for a walk again, champions? Get beeped at and people thinking I'm taking a selfie. Michelle's at netball, so she's no help. How's the NBN these days? Like when I left, where was Tiana? In 2014, it was on ADSL too. Yeah, no, it's NBN everywhere now, and it's actually pretty good. Done with coffee till winter. Oh, it's hot over there, yeah. I'm up for you exercising. Why am I looking fat? Lost a bit of weight in Japan, but all the walking. Espresso machine, soup one up DIY with stuff from Orber Instruments. I have been looking for one, but I can't justify it. Ted. I'll maybe get one day, but in the meantime. Diodes. Fuck, got all of them too. No, I ordered some of them, I remember. Where are they? I can't be bloody out of them. I ordered heaps. So this is the point, champions, where I'm going to have to stop and actually sort out my shit. Because I keep ordering parts for jobs. And I use them for the job and they just go in this box until I sort them out. But now there's more in this box and the other box than there is in my entire inventory. Because I never have time. Just no time. PGA 2505. That's for the line 6. 1N5351. SB2100, that's shot keys. 28 volt Zener. UF 4007. SB2100 shot key. USB 1100 shot key. Relays. One N5353. There's so many boxes of parts to sort through. Also an ND brain thing though. Just give me a your parts drawers then, 6. I'll take care of them for you. Fuck, might have to go to J-Car just to get this second amp out the door. I hate J-Car. You could probably do a 15 volt rail though. It probably wouldn't hurt anything. I think I've done it before. To get someone out of trouble for a gig. Oh, that sounded nice, didn't it? It's just no time. No time. Got to be somewhere at fucking 2 o'clock. I can't go anywhere because I shut at 2. It's literally every minute of my weekend is already fucking spoken for, and it's only what, Saturday morning. One little hiccup and it fucks your whole week, literally. Do these dickheads have any? Nope. Nope. They got one N5352, which is 15 volt, and they're $1.75 each. $4 for 2 diodes. Like fucking Radio Shack pricing. I swear I ordered some of them. There's no way I've gone through 25 in like a week. Five, 3, 4, 1. Fuck this. Let's go to the pub. I knew it was a bad idea working Saturdays. Whose idea was that? That's a 5 water. That's a 2 water. No. Man, I got some components. This is not even the sorted stuff. It's just, when I started out, I didn't know, if things had failed, I suspected that maybe it was a common failure, so I'd get more in the future. So instead of buying one of something, I'd buy like 2 or 5 or 10, depending on how much they cost. And that way you build up a stock of parts, and you're more likely to be able to repair stuff quickly. Oh, there's my LND 150s that I bought before the famine. I think they're stocked back up again now, but I don't know why that happened. I think there was a massive increase in people using them for modding marshals and stuff, and they didn't predict that, and all of a sudden everyone was buying LND 150s and they weren't producing enough, so they all went out of stock, and it was like 6-month wait for new ones. I think they've ramped production back up now. Thanks, Eric, for the coffee or the pub. I am going to the pub this afternoon. It's one of my mates' birthdays. Another prominent figure in the city music scene. He's Matt New. He runs a thing called Pedal to the Metal where he does pedal boards. He's got a video. He's got a YouTube channel. Actually, let's give him a shout out. I don't think he ever watches me, but we'll give him a shout out. Pedal to the Metal YouTube. Pedal to the Metal music. Custom pedal board builds. So if you're after custom pedal boards and custom cables, go to Matt, because fucked if I want to know about it. He's got a cool custom cable. Oh no, he must have got rid of that. He used to have a custom cable maker page, but he sells pedals and does pedal boards and stuff. Videos. Pedal of the Week series. Is it on YouTube? Where's his channel? YouTube. There we go. Pedal to the Metal music. And there is his YouTube channel. So check him out. Anyway, it's his birthday. I'm going to go shout him a beer. He used to be my rep at Australis. Yeah, he got let go from Australis in COVID. They dropped everyone. And yeah, he ended up, he's at Taramara Music now, I believe. He's a legend. Been a while since we caught up. We're working together, when I have 5 fucking minutes, on a pedal board design. So I've got, I've got contacts. I've got bloody manufacturing, know-how. So we're gonna design a modular pedal board that we'll manufacture. So we've been meaning to meet up about that, but in Japan and repairs and busy. Haven't done so yet. So I think that'll be the primer. We won't bother him on his birthday about it, but we'll throw some ideas around about when we're going to get together and how it's going to work. We'll do some bloody top quality laser cut pedal boards. For those inclined to use pedals. I don't know. I don't really use pedals that much because they just get in the way and they're annoying. 20-foot finish cable with nitric ends is cheaper than a 15-foot. Hang on, I've got to look back. Speaking of cables, your vid the other day inspired me to buy a 20-foot speaker cable and some amphenol plugs to make some jumpers. 20-foot speaker cable and amphenol plugs to make some jumpers. The 20-foot finish cable with nitric ends was cheaper than the 15-foot of bare cable. Not really getting what you're saying. Didn't you buy the 20-foot of bare cable? No, to buy a 20... Okay, right. Yeah, but what quality is the cable though, Jim? So when you're buying rolls of cable, chances are the quality of the cable's better. Like, I know I can buy a $20 guitar cable and Canare is like $5 a meter. So that'd cost like, if it was a 4-meter lead, that'd cost like that much just in the raw cable, but it's much higher quality cable. I mean, this one I've had here, I've had this for probably like 15 years. And look at it, nothing wrong with it. It's still my everyday cable. And my eye's twitching, and I don't know why. That's really annoying. But yeah, they last forever. The cables, like, you get a good one, it lasts forever. Partially because of the braided shield. Because the spirals love to unspiral themselves and turn, twist and shit and go lumpy, and making cables is fun. Really, Ted? I don't know. I think riding mountain bikes and Walking in the bush is more fun. But hey, whatever floats your boat. If you're in the US, need custom cables, check out Runway Audio of Nashville. Just got one of their low impedance instrument cables and the difference is amazing. Yeah, cool. Need coffee. Damn it! You reminded me, Ted. I do need coffee. Preferred parts supplier. JCar is in New Zealand. Don't use JCar. Use, you just have to cop that you got to get stuff shipped. People are starting to use me as an electronics store because they know that I stock so much shit. So guys will come here for cable and connectors and valves and resistors and pots and stuff. I don't officially sell that stuff, but I can help them out if they're a legend. 16 gauge. What? Made in USA. That's heavy. No idea the quality. Have silver core. Oh, that's not that solid core shit, is it, Lou? Because that stuff's dog shit. Brad, I might be in your neck of the woods in September, contingent on my daughter's vacation schedule happens. Hopefully we can raise points. We might be able to do that, Alex. You're the one that suggested places in Tokyo too, aren't you? Tokyo. So, I got shit off 6 for not pronouncing Japanese words with a Japanese accent. And then when I come back here and I pronounce those words with a Japanese accent, I get shit off my Aussie mates. Oh, Tokyo, Kyoto. I'm like, fucking shut up. I say it how I say it. Just whatever. Redco square plug. SP600 are great for pedals. Oh, are they those tiny little compact thingies? Coffee, yes. Alright, we'll go get coffee. Have I got my little phone adapter? It's probably in my camera bag. I'm not really very productive today, champions. You're distracting me. Sounds way clearer. I don't know what it is. Let me check. You can't even do English with a proper accent. Yeah. You can't do Australian with a proper accent, so whatever. Australian. You can't even do Australian. Square plugs are great for boards. Yeah. And there's the Ernie ball ones too. Let me just grab one off the rack. Hang on. Unfortunately, they're a proprietary thing. They don't sell the connector, but I'm sure someone else has one similar. These are the Ernie ball ones. Not cheap, mind you, $65. And that's well below retail, but that's about as compact as you're going to get. So yeah, they're not cheap, but they are popular because they're so compact. And the ribbon cables too, and they're shielded. So they sort of really behave themselves on the board. Yeah, also make a parts list. Oh, it's going to cost so much money. I'm sick of spending money. I want money to come in, not go out. Alright. The coffee shop's open, is it? How much? Riley, what currency are you talking about? I'm getting pretty sick of Americans not realising that Australian dollar's about half of what a US dollar is. And going, that's so expensive! I'm like, no, that's $30. They're like, oh, that's alright. I'm like, fuck yeah, it's called international currency conversion. How much do you charge for a refret? Yeah, it's a different amount of numbers. Anyway. Alright, we'll go get coffee. Want to go get coffee? Close all my apps. Close that. Close this. Close all. Probably be no mobile reception for a second there. G&L makes a connector with a smaller hood than that. Oh, really? G&H, sorry. I want G&L. I'll have to check that out. Pounds, quids. Okay, so that's literally double. So that'd be 30 pounds. Get my wallet. Looks windy out there. Might be a bit cold. sunnies, because it's really sunny. Take off my mic. Hang on, I'm going to mute you for a sec. Alright, champions, you got me? Hang on. I think we're streaming alright. Yeah, we're back. Maybe I should wash my cup like a good Samaritan. Why do I not have my wallet on me? It's fine. Right, let me just wash my cup instead of using a disposable one. Looking for the one. Ooh, are you doing a... Oh, hang on. No, that's the one you did the other week, isn't it? You doing a live chat tomorrow, Lyle? I'll be getting up early tomorrow anyway, because I'll be getting the smoker going. So I'll be up at 5 o'clock. The things we do, smoke meat. Not tomorrow. Okay. Maybe I'll do one. I might just broadcast my meat smoker just sitting there smoking. See if anyone watches. I did it once before and there'd be like 2 or 3 watches. People just using it like a atmospheric stream. Just give this a bit of a dry. Pardon me, dry. Oh, cups. Here's me saving the planet by not using a cup. Meanwhile, during this stream, Taylor Swift has taken 6 private jet flights. Isn't she a funny creature? Aren't we all? Might need my keys actually, eh? The whole brain not working again. Yeah, where are my keys? See how long everything... Get out of the way. Jesus. I don't even stay with my smoker the whole time. I add chips every hour or so. Ooh, have you got an auto one? Hang on, let's clean the lens. So almost, I should have taken up my my uncle's offer on a Traeger automatic smoker. Shut up, crows. Okay, so we've got, what time is it? We've got half an hour until I've got to open the shop. I was hoping to have all the amps done by now, but Brad has sunlight, yeah. It's a new thing for us. We've had about 2 weeks of just solid rain. Keys in my wallet are always in my pockets. Fuck that. Are you sitting on them? Nah. That shits me, having stuff in my pockets. That's some really nice grass there. These tyres are more. Just got my van serviced and 2 new rear tyres on there yesterday. There's the champions working away. No rest for the wicked, eh? Free Traeger is okay. I should have taken it, but I've got too many smoking and cooking implements how it is. So I said, let's just sell it. Because you'll probably get $500 for it. I think they're like 1,200 new or something. Well, that's a good sign. Food grade IBCs. What the fuck's an IBC? KFC. Duffy's Fabrications. Beautiful day. It's a little bit nippy, but the sun's nice. Here's our petrol cost. Diesel. Why does diesel cost more when they use more of it and it takes less refining? That's what I can't figure out. It's probably got a bit of wind noise there, champions. Sorry about that. I haven't got a mic. Just got the built-in mic. 7-Eleven. How dare you call yourself a 7-Eleven? You're nothing compared to the Japanese 7-Elevens. Nothing. So the company that owns the 7-Elevens in oh, here we go. The company that owns the 7-Elevens in Japan just bought out the 7-Elevens here, but they haven't changed them yet. I'm hoping they'll make them more. I doubt it's going to happen, but I hope they make them a little bit more like the ones in Japan would be nice. Look how blue that sky is. Beautiful. Never seen one goddamn emu. I know, right? It's emu planes. Such false advertising. Emu Heights, look. Someone's kicked the sign, it's spun around. What have we got here? We've got Husqvarna. Oop. Husqvarna and a butcher. And a mower place, which I use for parts. Oh, it's probably really windy, sorry. Rump caps. $20 a kg, and these scumbags are up the road. Let's go find them and bully them. Oh, fuckwit, get a real job. Sitting there jacking off in a car, booking people as they drive past down a hill. Should be riding your brake the whole way, shouldn't you? God forbid you do 5 kilometres over the limit. Oh no. Fucking get a real job, shithead. Let's go kick him. Oi, what are you on about? Very lucky to have found Michelle. Oi. Michelle's not an emu. You want an emu? Buy one from Temu. 91 octane. What? Over $3 a litre? Jesus. That's hectic. Birds tend to object to Brad's presence. Yeah, well, that's an alarm call. When they see a ground predator coming along, they start squawking. It's letting the other birds know that I'm approaching, even though I'm not a threat. Oh, what's this? Is that a wine cooler? I don't know what it is. Take it back and fix it, champions. Drop bare lane. There's no refineries in NZ, really? Wow, I didn't know that. There's a lot of things I don't know though. Yeah, look at this dickhead. He's got a spare tyre for all the tyres that get slashed. Is he masturbating? You masturbating? Yeah, you fucking wanker. Get a real job. Look at him sleeping. He's sleeping. Fucking jerk off. Get paid to sit in a fucking car and have a nap. For a while there, they changed the law so they didn't have to put the signs up. Everyone was up in arms about it, so they had to put the signs up again. Alright, here we are. There's a TV there too. Must be bulky waste collection week or something. Fuck, I hope they're open. Don't look very open. Oh yeah, 7 AM to 12. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, Brad. There's the cup. Don't mind using one of them, do you? Yeah, sweet. Thank you. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Just got outside so I don't get copyright strike. Play that funky music, white boy. Yeah. So it's a little bit nippy today, but still sort of haven't really hit the season change. Oh shit, that chair's not very stable. Springsteen is a chode bucket. That's a bit rude there, Alex. G'day Joan, how you going? People all over the world watching me sitting here ordering coffee. Brad acting like the birds don't watch him smoke animals in his backyard. You sure do have a lot of wrong way drivers in Oz, but seriously, they've put up special electronic devices to alert drivers and cops to people driving the wrong way. Really? People just drive on the wrong side of the road over there, Gooden. Isn't that pronounced Majorca? Majorca. There is a refinery decommissioned. Political football at the moment. We also have oil fields. Ah. Yeah, Majorca. And you're watching me. Yeah. Nah, thanks everyone for joining us. I know my streams are a bit weirder and not as focused as a lot of channels, but hey, that's why you love it, eh? Oh, doing the U-turn. Oh, the old Uber coffee. Oh, I'm a bit shaky, champions. I think I should eat something too, but I'll do that later after the stream. I only open in 20 minutes, so we'll go back, finish off that Blues Deluxe, and I'll get onto the Blues DeVille and get them out the door, and a couple of other guitar jobs like pickup installs this weekend, and then we'll do a video series on the Silverface Twin. I'm tempted to buy a Silverface Twin too. I'll keep watching the price drop. It's a 70 something, and it's not far from home. I think it's down to 1500 now, and we all know that, like, essentially they're pretty well useless until you've done the full rebuild on them. But I don't know, kind of don't want to spend a lot of money right now. The industry is a little bit uncertain at the moment. I know repairs are going to keep going, but the retail side's dropping off quite a bit, despite our best efforts when it comes to promotions. Oh, thank you. I was just coming in to check. Have a good one. That was quicker than I expected. Shortcut. The grass is still really green. Normally it's all starting to die off this time, but it's been really rainy. Normally it's really dry here in winter, like drought every winter kind of deal. But I've had a lot of rain and everything's really green still, and I'm still shorts and t-shirt champions, so it's much warmer than it should be this time of year. Cheers, dickhead, wake up. What a job, eh? Sit in a fucking car. They've got security cameras all over it, so if you do kick the fuck out of it, they try and hunt you down. What a jerk off. They were up in arms about their pay there for a while. They wanted pay increases. It's like, for what? For fucking what? You sit there in a car whacking off to fucking chatterbait and booking people. You really are a drain on society. You deserve to fucking get paid below minimum wage. There was a guy on this very road. They normally sit on that side and get you coming down the hill, so they get you rolling down the hill. Oh, windy. There was a guy, I don't know, he must have been on the dole or something. And what is this thing? Let's have a look. Oh, it's a wine cooler. I wonder if it works. Oh, of course it's a wine cooler. It's a bus depot. Gotta have their wine. Fuck. And this guy would pull up like right in front of him, so it would block the cameras. And his mate would pull up right behind him. There's nothing they can do about it. It's just a parking area, right? So I don't know what happened to him, but he'd pull up and then he'd lift up his bonnet like his car was broken down and he couldn't move it, just to block their camera. So they'd move, and then he'd move his car to where they went. Local hero. Like, I'm against speeding, don't get me wrong, but they don't put them where people speed, like on the highway doing 130k and 100k an hour. They put them at the foot of a hill where, unless you're riding the brake all the way down, particularly in an automatic, in a manual you can knock it back a gear, but everything's auto these days, and you've got to sit on the brake or throw it back into manual mode, and they're just opportunists. I could shout at cops on my channel. They're not cops, Lyle, they're private contractors. The company that runs them aren't even cops. They're private cockheads. I'm all for cops with speed cameras, but those guys are just plebs. You get paid to sit and sleep in a car, fuck off. And you know the kind of bloke that would sign up for that job, they'd be bragging to their mates about it too. Oh, I get to sleep in my car, I get paid 28 bucks an hour. I don't even know, what's the minimum wage these days? Is it like 34 bucks an hour or something here? Something like that. I remember getting a bit depressed when I heard the minimum wage exceeded like what the wage I started my last job at was. And I thought that was good at the time. Traveller Pie of Energy Pass, $2 each. You've got a deal. Refrigerated truck. You wait in the back into KFC. Rubbish. Part of the reason I don't like fast food is the people that eat fast food are often just slobs, and they throw their fucking shit out the window. The kind of person that regularly eats fast food
is usually the kind of person that throws their rubbish out the window because they're just lazy, too lazy to cook their own food, too lazy to put their rubbish away. So all the way between here and my place, which is up that hill up there, the mountain, there's like sort of a road that's just in bush, and all up and down there there's fast food wrappers from McDonald's, KFC, Red Rooster, even bloody Domino's pizza boxes. It's just no respect. I'm only saying that because I just came back from Japan, where everything's clean. Subway wrappers everywhere. So this is all looking nice and clean because it's Saturday and all the factories are shut and all the lawnmowers have just done their job, except for that place. When I first rocked up, there was all ride-on lawnmowers going nuts up and down here. They must have a contract for like most of the units. Public phone, yeah. Do you want to ring someone? Ah, it's way back there. So they made all our public phones free, so you don't need to put money in them anymore. So you can just ring whoever you want. I don't know about international. I could try. See if we can ring someone in the States. Then you'd have to put your number up here and then you get doxed. $23 in Australia, right? Oh, that's good. Just waiting to pierce someone's tyre. Probably mine. Here we are, champions. Champions. Closed. Piss off. Let me just, oh, there's a bee. Let's grab my keys. Mercury magnetic sticker. And here we are. And we're back. Give me a second to sort out the microphone situation. We back? Oh, just put my coffee down. Thanks, get the lead out. I just rearranged the shop to look a bit better. It was a bit crowded before. Opened it up a bit. No, I don't have the upstairs area. That's the office for the landlord and the factory out the back. So basically, where I'm talking to you here, there's a wall. That's the end of my shop, and behind that's a factory unit. See you, Rob. Take it easy, mate. Thanks for joining us. Swanky blue lights really pop too. Yeah, it's just that the lighting in here wasn't great. It looked really nice and airy when we set it up. But then when you fill it with audio equipment, all the audio equipment's black, so it absorbs the light like crazy. So the place just went really dark just from filling it with stuff. So we needed some more light back in. I didn't want to mount like track lights and that because I never quite know if I'm going to change the arrangement of the shop. So once you've installed permanent lights, it's a bit difficult to reconfigure anything. But I figured, hang on, I've got stage lights, so let's just put the washers up. And that's just the lights I used to have as my hire PA for just doing local gigs and stuff.
Just got a couple of lighter motion flat 1212s, which are actually surprisingly powerful. I'll just run them. Oh God. Okay, so 63 Fender. You get all the good ones, Lyle. Damn it. Why can't I get 63 Fenders? Come on, computer. I'll just stick my phone up there. It's actually hot in here now after going for a walk. Alright, so $6.50 later, I've got a coffee. And it's nowhere near as good as mine was. Damn it. That is nowhere near as good as mine was. God, my coffee's good. It's weaker. Slightly burnt. Have I tried Lumberg jacks? No. Hang on. Lumberg. So yeah, hang on. I have. Yeah. So they're the ones that look like short switchcrafts with the actual contacts exposed. They're sort of like halfway between a switchcraft and a switchcraft. A switchcraft 11 and a 121 or whatever they are. Let me have a look. Hang on. Hang on. You got moderation rights, Lyle, so feel free to put up a link for the one you're talking about. No, I don't think I've got any. I think I got some for a pedal, because they were the only ones that fit as a replacement. But I don't use them as standard, no, because I figure just use the open frame switchcrafts, because they're the contacts are sort of the same distance. Very small, look better than the enclosed junk. So are they like the same footprint as the enclosed junk? Is there an advantage to using them, is what I'm asking. Got a 62 Fisher X200C valve amp at the moment. Nice. Here we go. C distribution. Ding ding. Okay. So what's the advantage on using them, like? Because they look like they're about the same size as a standard 11 or whatever. Switchcraft. Are they more compact? I guess so, yeah, because you can see the nut. Hang on, let me share the screen. You can see the washer there. It looks like the body of it is flush with the washer, which is a bit more compact than the open frame switchcrafts. That almost looks flush. So no, I haven't used that particular one, but yeah, if you do use it, let us know how you go. Less panel space. Sweet. Does this mean you're making pedals again, Lyle? I think it does. I think we can read between the lines. No, we did talk about pedals. I don't want the chair. The chair's a pain in the ass. Right, where are we with this thing? Right, so we'll give it a clean. Reflow the pot connections and the jack connections, which look okay anyway, but I'll just reflow them. I have had ones in the past where they are an issue. 2 caps, 1000 microfarad 34 volt radials, 105 degree rated. Nope. Got 8 minutes, still got to open, champions. I'm going to have to love yous and leave yous. Just for myself and for the channel, yeah. I'll test them before drilling the enclosures. I'll happily send you a vintage basement and pay time and materials to have you rebuild it. And I will not whine about how long you take. Where are you, Rob? Hey Lyle, I used to use your video as reference for rewiring my Revstar. There you go. I'm keeping The phase thing and the transformer though just got finished, but the tone control is wired backwards. Ah, whoops. You'll get there. Persistence is key. Alright, now we can use the new component leads as if they were bus wire to fix those dodgy pads. But I'm going to remove that link because if I use a new link, that gives me another new set of leads that I can use. So let's do that. All the components will fall out of the top while I'm working on it, so I'll take them back out. I'll leave them in, just bend the leads over slightly. Alright, that one's good. I can wrap around the lead of that one. Like so. I'll show you the finished product, champs. It's a bit difficult to show you right now. Right, that link can come out. I'll replace it with a new link with longer leads. Messer, persistence is futile. I like that. Never heard that before. Persistence is futile. That's really good. That's a Dalek thing, isn't it? Bus wire, where are you? Wherefore art thou? Get the length right for the bend and bend. In she goes. Wrap it around the diode lead. Wrap that one around the cap lead. Now, looks like a horror show at the moment. Okay, so my video's doing that weird lag thing again. There's a lag between the video and the... Last time the only way I could fix that was by restarting OBS. So let's do that. Hang on a sec. Right, are we back? Okay, now it's back to normal. OBS being OBS, what's new? I think it really might be time to abandon PCs because no one's putting any development into the software. They're just if the software starts, they stop developing it. If it loads at the start, that's it. You know, they don't improve anything. Everything just gets worse and worse. It's like no one's developing for PC anymore. They just sell the product and just never improve it. But don't know. Might be time to abandon PC because seems like everyone on a Mac's having a bit of a better time than I am with software and stuff. Although you never know what to trust because it's like Linux users. They all claim they're happy, but they cry themselves to sleep. Fender does not update shit either, true. No, they updated the Blues Junior. Still haven't seen one of the new ones in yet. Or did I have one? Did I have one and I think the caps were fucked on it again because they still use the same shit? And they just quietly changed them to cathode biased. Or completely changed and it's still a Blues Junior 3 even though the Blues Junior 3 before it was a completely different amplifier. So random. Is that an exhaust fan in the background? Yeah, it's my BOFA. There you go. Whoop. Pardon me. BOFA. From Tektronix. I'll show their logo because they did give me a good discount on this one. Ah, someone's ringing. Hang on. It's 10:01. I better answer it. DaVinci Resolve works on Linux too, also updated regularly. I've got a Ryzen beast with a great GPU. Peter, does that GPU get effectively utilized by DaVinci Resolve? My biggest problem is the streaming software, but video editing, DaVinci is the way to go. I just haven't had time to sit down and learn it. Alex, how you going? James, how you going? No, not a Blues Junior. This is a Hot Rod Deluxe. Can you sense how deluxe it is? There was one. I I think it was the Blues Deluxe reissue. The particular one was a tweed one that had a double-sided through-plated circuit board. Higher quality board. But that was the only one. Then to this day, there's still single-sided shit boxes. But yeah, it's like they thought, let's make a really good quality circuit board, and then they're like, nah, fuck that. We'll go back to the shit ones. It's just oozing deluxe, yeah, that's right, oozing out the cap ends. So there's the repaired area. There's what you kind of got to do to make shit stable. So I'll just clean off the flux there and probably put this one aside and get on to the other one. And then give them both a test and service together. I might I'll finish these two this morning, get them on the test bench and get them burning in, particularly the one with the new set of valves. Well, I do some guitar work over at because I just work here and I've got the meters hooked up over here. OBS doesn't work well on Intel Macs. OBS doesn't work well on anything. It's fucking shit. Unemployed here. I have not tried that. Well, new M series Macs, I think even if you were employed, they're pretty expensive. I built my PC for gaming, but I almost never have time to game anymore. I'll give it to me and I'll stream with it. Yeah, that's why I play the vintage games. You don't need a fucking blistering computer to play Quake. All the deluxe leaked out. Yeah. At some point it did. Some point between 1958, no, I'd say 1973, they lost all their deluxe and leaked out. But how confusing is it, the different model numbers with fenders? So like I was looking for a foot switch, or a customer was looking for a foot switch, and I was sort of helping them for a Princeton 65. Now there's a Princeton 65 and there's a 65 Princeton. Two very different amps. One of them's a solid state like beginner's amp that all the schools have, and the other one's a Princeton reissue. But they're essentially it's hard to search for something for one without getting flooded with results for the other. Brad, do you get many broken TC Electronics Nova systems in? Nah. Digital I/O would be useful. TC Electronics Nova system. I forget what that even is. Why is my eye twitching again? God damn it. TC Electronic, otherwise known as fucking Behringer these days. What was it called again? Nova. There's a Nova delay. Oh, those things. No, I don't think I've ever seen one of them. I've seen them, but I haven't had them for repair. I think I might have had one that had like a broken jack or something, but it wasn't anything. Wasn't anything serious. What did you want to know about them for? Just pedals, yeah. Like G system, but smaller. I use Linux Mint. Yeah, I played with all the Linux distros years ago. I had just a mini ITX motherboard that I was going to turn into a, I don't know, storage client or a fucking... I was going to become part of the Blitzertongue lightning detection network and build the antenna and put it on the roof and have a computer always running as part of the lightning detection system. Now, I was under the impression that you sign up and they send you the stuff, the kit, the electronics thing, you build it and you install it and They basically get a lightning tracking, and then they make Google ad revenue off the website, and everyone's happy. Then they sent me an invoice for like €3,000 to get the kit, which was just a bag full of components to build the fucking lightning detection thing. And then you had to pay a monthly fee to be part of the network so they could make advertising revenue off your work. And I was like, stick it up your ass, you fucking arrogant cockheads. So, yeah, I deleted that email. Like, the nerve. We're going to charge you to provide free data for us and build the whole fucking setup. Like, what? On what planet does that make sense? It was something stupid. It was like €3,200. It was like $6,000 something. Then to have the privilege to pay a monthly fee to provide them with free info. People must do it because there's data there. Like, I don't know. Fucking weird. You had a tremendous Ackman. A what? Linux is great on old hardware. Yeah, that's where it shines. Where you want to use like 1% CPU, because they actually optimize Linux. They don't optimize any commercial software. They just throw more processing power at it. Just like gaming. That's part of the reason I'm not interested in gaming anymore. Oh, the new version's coming out. Oh, you need a new video card. Oh, the new version's coming out. Oh, you need a new video card. Well, how about you learn how to program, you fucking children? Instead of libraries upon libraries upon libraries, learn how to program machine code. Learn how to optimize. But no, they just throw more processors at it. You got 12 processors, 24 processors, 36 processors. I bet you just make software that's efficient. Like, let's be honest. What does Windows really offer aside from bloated shit and the associated software? If you just wanted an office machine, like Excel, internet, mail, we were doing that shit in 2001 and it was pretty effective. So why is it so hard now? Should have been open 11 minutes ago. Alright, champions, I'm going to have to bail on you. I'm going to go... I've got to put this guitar back together and send him the invoice because he's coming this morning to pick it up. And that's pretty boring. You don't want to watch me do paperwork, so I might leave it here. And thanks for joining us, everyone. Thanks for the super chats too, everyone. I'll be sure to spend that on a beer this afternoon. And I'll raise a glass to you. So I'll head off. I hope no one's waiting out the front, and open the shop. And I'll catch you next weekend, but before then, I'll have some videos on that 74 silver-face twin for you. Another hacked up shit show. So take it easy, legends. Catch you then.